When I heard about the phone call about Victoria's accident, she's fall and she's collapsed, and she wasn't breathing and she wasn't doing well. And it was the worst of my life.
On Friday, March 1st, I was taking Victoria to Jackson Skate Center so she could go roller skating with her friends. Shortly after she had put her skates on, her friend had rolled up to me and said Victoria fell. And I immediately looked over and I saw a crowd around her. And I went over and Victoria had looked like she had passed out. She was unconscious. And I had tried to revive her. I was checking other things, and I even tried to find a pulse, and I couldn't. And now I'm starting to realize that this wasn't a case where she had fallen, but it seemed like her heart had stopped. It turns out that she had a cardiac arrest, which led into a cardiac seizure or heart attack.
It was 10 minutes before I received the phone call. I felt very strong to go in my room to pray. When I heard about Victoria's accident, I was praying in my room. And to me, I have a hard time to believe when he said somebody, I thought it was somebody else's fault. And when he said it was Victoria, and she wasn't breathing and she wasn't doing good, the one thing I did is put my knees in the ground and pray.
The skate center had instantly, when they saw that she had fallen and was unconscious, they instantly called 911. This all took place within about 5 minutes, or less than 5 minutes. The police were actually next door in a church parking lot. When they arrived, Victoria was starting to turn blue, so they started performing CPR. They also had with them in their patrol car a defibrillator, which is something that most police officers or police departments don't have in their cars. And with this defibrillator, they were actually able to get a heartbeat started.
And then after pray, I went to the hospital with my mother-in-law to see Victoria. And when I get there on the Saturday, the doctor told me a lot of things. So Victoria couldn't happen with her, her damage, and with her brain, and she couldn't walk. She paralyzed, and I just looked to the doctor and I says, I believe in God, and then I know God have heart upon His hands, and He'll complete what He started. Through the night, I just felt that only thing I have to do is pray. I pray, God, I pray over Victoria's life. I pray healing. I pray against the enemy, that you take control of her life. And then she'll live, not die, and then she'll complete what God has for her. And the next day, the nurse came and says she was able to wake, and she was up, and she said, she never sees something like that. She said, this is a miracle. She said, what's your prayer? That's your prize.
You can feel the prayers. You know that people are praying for you. You can feel the strength and the peace that God is in control.
When you believe in God, that He knows He controls everything, He'll make it through in the storm. He'll bring her out.
It's a terrible thing that what happened, but everything worked out as it should have. Everything was perfect timing. The police were only 5 minutes away. They had everything that they needed to help her, and then the ambulance came within a few minutes after that. I'm thankful to God that, I've still got a sister.
And I just want to thank everyone who prayed for me during this time. I know it made a big difference for me, and I just want to say thank you.
So we just want to thank Pastor Spencer, Calvary Lighthouse, for your prayers and support through this time. It has meant a lot to us, and we want to attribute all to God, who gets all the glory for what He has done.